What? This isn't the Fusion theme song. What an interesting glitch to start the show. Ric Flair taking over Fusion here, guys. This is probably the weirdest glitch I've encountered so far in this game. What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 488 of Community Universe Mode, episode number 130 of Monday Night Fusion, where apparently Ric Flair has taken over the sound booth. It would seem to me. I don't know why the game would do that. Very interesting glitch. Action. By the way, I know you guys can't now, but still, so I'm just listening to Ric Flair's theme. But action-packed card, as always, and of course, this is the fallout of Cause and Effect 3 last night, which was an absolutely awesome pay-per-view. The proper fallout, of course, will be this Friday on Genesis. But what up, everybody? Brooklyn, Drake Dunn, checking out CMV. I've heard about you as well. Gumble, Topher, Soul. I Papa bless 10 times your PC there, so. But, what a show, man. Not one, not two, but 3 championship matches going down right here tonight on Slack. And we're not wasting any time. We are getting right into it as the CMV United States Championship will be defended. I feel so, like, motivational with Flair's theme playing. Billy Shaw, though, the Texan Dream, set to challenge the ominous Alistair Knox. Can he possibly be the one to take that title from the death grip that Knox has had on it for the past 2.5 months? We, of course, are in Ascendance season. The show shows the grandest stage of them all is just 7 weeks away. Of course, for Fusion, there's one more stop before the extravaganza, which is in 2 weeks, July the 1st, Final Stand. It'll play host to the 2nd annual Deadly Games tournament. All 8 competitors for that tournament confirmed, and they will actually be in action in tonight's main event and an 8-man tag team match. All the titles that will not be defended at Final Stand being defended here tonight. What up, Bateman, you sweet little Papa boy. And Dynamic, hello. You know what? I enjoyed it, Money in the Bank. I didn't see it all. I missed the pre-show and the first, 2 matches. I started watching it at the Women's Money in the Bank. I enjoyed it. I thought Carmella was real. That was probably, honestly, the second best match of the night. I didn't see the Intercontinental title match, though. Not yet. The WWE title match was definitely match of the night for me. But Billy Shaw last week winning an elimination triple threat match in order to earn this opportunity that he's been pining for months, tweeting out at Alistair Knox and to the CM Universe asking for a United States shot, saying he'll be the one to finally defeat Alistair Knox, who has been unbeaten for over 3 months, and of course in his entire CMV career has only been beaten twice. And that's nearly a year he's been in CMV. Has had his clutch on that United States title since Regicide, 2.5 months. And Ascendant 6 on the horizon. Alistair Knox, I'm sure, has no plans of letting it go. If you're a champion, you have a guaranteed spot on the Ascendance card. Every single person across all of CMV wants to be involved with the show of shows. Even Alistair Knox. But Billy Shaw tonight says he's going to do all he can to put the red, white, and blue back into the United States title, the title that Alistair Knox has sucked the color out of. saying, as long as I hold this title, it will reflect what America does to the people that live there. Sucks out their hopes and dreams. Sucks out the color. Alistair Knox, there's a reason he has only lost twice in 1 year. That being the deadly submission hold he wields called censorship, a deep guillotine choke. And if Billy Shaw has any hope of walking out of Fusion tonight with the title, he has got to avoid it. And of course, our two other title matches tonight being the trios titles on the line when the Kent brothers and Damien challenge the BRC, and what I am really looking forward to, what we were supposed to get properly at Homecoming 3. Brandon Rain will challenge the gold-blooded Percy Simmons for the light heavyweight title in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Remember, back at Homecoming 3, he retained via count-out Champions advantage. He will not have that opportunity tonight. What up, Hellish? And there's what is on the line, the CMV United States Championship, devoid of all color. But the Texan Dream, Billy Shaw, says that he'll go down swinging. Gonna do all that he can in order to put the red, white, and blue back into the U.S. title. And there he stands, the ever dangerous Alistair Knox. One of the most polarizing figures of CMV in the past year. You either love him or you hate him. I know that the locker room hates him. Look how there's no showboating by Alistair Knox, no hoisting the title up, no big yell. He just looks at it, now hands it off to referee Perry White, who shows it to Billy Shaw. Billy Shaw nods his head. Our opening matchup here on Fusion number 130, our first of 3 title matches, and a huge main event tonight, 8-man tag team bout. Billy Shaw, Alistair Knox, and let's get it on. The bell has rung. Remember, Alistair Knox does have a champion's advantage, but I've never seen him use it before. And right down onto the head, an immediate pinfall attempt following that brainbuster. Billy Shaw here looking at the quick work of Alistair Knox with only a 0 count. Overhand punch, gonna rock Alistair Knox momentarily. Now to the collar and elbow tie-up. Grabs a hold of the arm, does Billy Shaw. Nice start so far by the Texan Dream here, controlling the United States champion. Now rolls behind. Still has a hold of that arm, though. Can Knox escape this? Billy Shaw gonna let go, interestingly enough. Elbow to the side. Oh! Elbow to the side of the head. Stuns Shaw long enough for Knox to pull off a beautiful roundhouse kick. Luckily, Billy shakes the cobwebs early. And a big arm wrench. Billy Shaw goes face first into the canvas. Kick out the knee. Shaw now a big man, certainly the bigger between these two. A thick boy, if you will. A beautiful arena indeed, as all arenas on my side of CMV made by Big Toph. Billy Shaw looking for something in that corner. Alistair Knox will do with it, and a beautiful waist lock lariat. Now, Alistair Knox, we know that his main weapon is that deep guillotine choke, the censorship, but he has a whole lot of other submission maneuvers you don't want to get caught up in. Knocks out to the second turnbuckle. Shaw to his feet, having no idea what's coming. Nasty DDT by the champion. And Alistair Knox, of course, is one of those 8 men involved in the Deadly Games tournament that takes place in 2 weeks, July the 1st. And he's actually pulling double duty tonight. He'll be involved in that 8-man tag team matchup later on in our main event. Matt Devious will also be pulling double duty tonight. Look at that. Good 11 times. Face first goes Knox off that top turnbuckle. Now collapses into the center of the ring. Shaw tries to stay on him, but knocks with a boot to the side of the head and then a big-time clothesline. Oh, goes for that knee strike to Knox, but Billy Shaw caught him. Now goes for the Texan combination, but Aleister Knox quick enough to see it coming. Throw it overhead with the fireman's carry. Billy Shaw right back on the attack. Gingerly walking Knox across the ring. Snapmare now and a kick to the back. That just pissed Aleister off. Big time knee face buster. And remember that Deadly Games tournament, one night only, single elimination. Every single match will have a completely random stipulation attached to it. And the winner of the tournament that night will challenge world champion Harvey Hastings for his title. That obviously gives Hastings a big advantage, but anything can happen in CMV. Again, Billy Shaw meets the knee of Aleister Knox. Harvey Hastings is in action tonight. He'll be actually taking on CMV veteran Zach Payne as Billy Shaw is busted wide open. Any sort of momentum Shaw had has completely dwindled. Neckbreaker, old school goes Aleister Knox, as now he backs into the corner, feeling really good about himself so far. Hyping himself up for the final stretch. Lining up the shot. And if Billy Shaw cannot find a way to counter this, if Knox can bring him down to the canvas, and there it is, censorship is locked in tight. Billy Shaw, nowhere to go, dead center of the ring, and Shaw, the Texan Dream escapes. It's no longer a short list of people who have escaped that submission hold, and now Billy Shaw looks for the Shaw driver, but knocks with a jawbreaker. Bam, nice clothesline by Billy. Billy Shaw is fighting for the American flag here tonight, and he ain't gonna go down so easy. The Texan Dream now unloading with this wicked combination. Aleister Knox seems to be wobbled on spaghetti legs. Big final hook, what a slobber knocker. And Knox goes down. Billy Shaw on one knee has it completely taken out of him. And a tweet here, guys, from world champion Harvey Hastings says, people want a psychopath, they will get a psychopath. And right now, we might be getting a new United States champion, Shaw Driver. 1, 2, only a 2 count though. Aleister Knox digs down deep to kick out. What up, Mark? Opening matchup, United States title is on the line. First of 3 title matches tonight. Aleister Knox able to kick out of the Shaw Driver, but he's still stunned. Billy Shaw capitalizes a couple of clotheslines, big time snap power slam. Billy Shaw might be giving Knox the toughest fight that Knox has had since becoming champion. Short arm shoulder block, and Aleister right into a desperation pin. I don't think I've ever seen Knox go for a desperation pin before. Only a 2 count. Knox out in the driver's seat though, lifting reverse DDT. All the way up and back down again for Billy Shaw. And now Aleister with bicycle knee directly to the chest of Billy Shaw. Has him in La La Land, or maybe not. Shakes the cobwebs quickly. Billy Shaw is still in it, and Vintage 2K just randomly pausing the game. Love this game. Ric Flair theme, then the pause. Oh my God! Shaw Driver! 1, 2. Oh my God, can you believe it? How close was that pin? 2.99999, and I thought we had a new United States champion. But Aleister kicking out again, and this is why he has been the most dominant champion in CMV today. Single knee to the face again and again. Billy Shaw is completely out of it, and Aleister Knox knows it. Look at his sink. His hooks in again. Censorship in tight. Billy Shaw escaped the first time, but I don't believe he could do it again. And there's the tap. Aleister Knox is still the CMV United States champion. What a fight from Billy Shaw. After that second Shaw Driver, baby, I thought for sure we had a new United States champion, but Aleister Knox retains. And it looks like Billy Shaw now has regained his composure, and Knox offers a handshake for a hard-fought match. Great sportsmanship. A great matchup indeed to kick off Fusion at number 130, and Alistair Knox is still the CMV United States champion. Is there anybody take that title from Alistair Knox? Still 2 more title matches to get to here tonight, but up next we'll take a quick reprieve at his hand action coming our way. Schmitty take on Global Offensive's Nicholas Hemmerling. Oh, I'm in the old way of thinking. Harvey Hastings would have my head if you heard that. Nicholas Hemmerling and Maseo Hume. Of course, it was supposed to be Nikolai Ivanovich and Hume, but last week Harvey Hastings snapping, ordering Hume to destroy Nikolai Ivanovich, and instead bringing out Hemmerling as the newest addition to Global Offensive. Getting called up from NGW, and Hemmerling representing Australia for this League of Nations. Of course, the world champion, their leader, will be in action actually right up next after this matchup, taking on Zach Payne. And here he comes, the game changer, Schmitty, who returned after a couple of months off 2 weeks ago and had a fantastic matchup, a win over Maseo Hume. But it was after that matchup that Hume and Nikolai Ivanovich brutally attacked Schmitty while he was backstage, leaving him out of action last week, much like they did Paul Devine some weeks ago, and costing him the world title match. We still haven't seen Devine. It's been nearly a month he's been out of action with broken ribs. Schmitty said, if Global Offensive wants a piece of me, then I'll take them both on at the same time. Thus, we have this handicap match. Schmitty, no stranger to handicap matches, went through many of them earlier this season while Johnny Sampson was still in control of Monday Night Fusion. There we go. Nicholas Hemmerling making his Fusion debut as the new member of Global Offensive, side to side with Japan's Maseo Hume. Will Schmitty be able to handle both these at the same time? Both of them former Rising Star champions. Seems like a good amount of camaraderie between Hume and the man replacing Ivanovich and Nicholas Hemmerling. And we are ready to go, so Schmitty has nobody to tag out to, while Nicholas Hemmerling and Maseo Hume can tag out freely. Referee Perry White rings the bell. What up, Dash? Last week, Ivanovich was brutally beaten down by Harvey Hastings and Maseo Hume. Hastings saying there's no room for failure in Global Offensive, no room for weakness. And so cut off the fat, if you will, and replace the Serbian with this Aussie, the mighty. Oh my God! Might call himself dead now after just kidding. Jesus, that's Cell as well. Decapitated on that bottom rope. My goodness. Now Schmitty continues the attack. Irish whip. Nice sleeper slam by Schmitty on the rebound there. Brought up into a seated position and a rolling neck snap by the game changer. The brand new father just looking to support his family. But it seems that whatever he does, he's always going to have enemies. Nice powerbomb with good reason. He tormented the Fusion roster all of last season. He's got his fair share of people who want a piece of him. Tonight, it's Global Offensive. Irish whip into the corner. Tag here to Maseo Hume now. The big man from Japan, a lethal striker. Double back elbows there by Gio. One. Just a 1 count, however. Knife edge chop. Straight across the chest, though. Schmitty right back to his feet with an action roll and an elbow stamp. Expertly executed. Misses a stop, and then gets it the second time. Brought up to his feet. These two fighting one-on-one 2 weeks ago. Schmitty picking up the victory, and obviously Global Offensive did not like that very much, attacking him backstage afterwards. And here's Vintage Shitty with the body scissors. Sleeper hold is cinched in tight. Masao Yume in trouble, but he's able to break the grasp of Schmitty in a headbutt. Gonna set himself free. Brought up to a vertical base now. Masao Yume looks to capitalize. Kick to the midsection though, turned about in an arm drag by the Game Changer. Grabs him by the side of the head though. Masao Yume has him right where he wants him. Short arm clothesline, chops him down to size. Jawbreaker, staggering the big man just a bit, enough for Schmitty to go for a scoop slam, but drops down behind, stomps to the quad. And now Yume, knee to the midsection and a huge power slam. Schmitty is in all kinds of trouble here right now. He has got nobody to back him up, and Global Offensive looking to make a tag as Yume, but a jawbreaker by Schmitty, the greatest professional wrestler on the planet today, a former European champion, two-time United States champion, and a world champion. Look at this Boston Crab being applied, but luckily for Schmitty, that'll be an immediate rope break. Yume says, no problem. Immediately right back on the attack. Irish whip into the corner again, looks for a tag, gets it this time to Hemmerling, who goes up to the top rope and used like a battering ram, launched off the top rope, cross body to the apron. Beckoning for Schmitty to rise up to his feet. Hemmerling flies through the air. Nice drop kick, double boots to the chest. And now a bow and arrow being applied by the Mighty One. Double knees to the spine. Wow, what a smart counter by Schmitty. Obviously that was like a tadpole splash. Didn't exactly do a whole lot of damage, but able to get him to escape. Unfortunately for him, though, Hemmerling is still in control, and now the Aussie goes off the top rope with that signature DDT of his. And Hemmerling is feeling it right now. His debut on the big stage here. The flagship show of Monday Night Fusion now goes to the top rope. We know exactly what he's looking for, that Swanton Bomb, but Schmitty knows it too. Still goes for an elbow drop, though, as Schmitty was trying to crawl away. Yo, Moon, what is up, my friend? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Definitely super amped for that debut tonight in our main event, 8-man tag. PJ Moon, his first time on this side of CMV, but right now, Nicholas Hemmerling looks to seal the deal. Swanton Bomb to the Game Changer. And will that be enough? Hooks the leg to secure the win. 1, 2, 3, it is! Global Offensive using their numbers game to knock off Schmitty here tonight. I'm sure Harvey Hastings is going to be very happy about that. We'll see him in action up next as he takes on Zach Payne. Schmitty is the one that sent out the challenge for this handicap match, and well, he paid for it. Great teamwork by Masao Yume and Nicholas Hemmerling in this matchup. Also still to come tonight, though, guys, 2 championship matches. The CMV Trios titles will be defended, as well as the Light Heavyweight Championship. There's the finish right here. Look at that beautiful Swanton Bomb. And the new and improved Global Offensive with a definitive victory. And here's a tweet from Harvey Hastings, says, I hope your son is proud of you, Schmitty. Absolute savagery there by the world champion, who better put his phone away because he's in action up next and against some stiff competition. All right, guys, up next, our third matchup of the evening for Fusion number 130. And it has the potential to be an absolute banger as world champion Harvey Hastings. Non-title matchup takes on CMV veteran Zach Payne. And Harvey Hastings is just 2 weeks away from making his first defense of the world title since winning it at Homecoming 3. He will, of course, face the winner of the Deadly Games tournament. All 8 competitors have been revealed. They are in action. And tonight's 8-man tag team main event, Harvey Hastings has that advantage, knowing that he'll be nice and fresh, whereas the winner of the Deadly Games tournament will have had to go through 3 brutal matches. No idea what the stipulations will be. Anything can happen in CMV, and I never underestimate any 8 of those men involved in the tournament, especially with a dark horse like PJ Moon as well. But Harvey Hastings is very confident in himself. Coming off that loss last week inside of a steel cage against Andrew Briggs, you know Hastings wants to pick up a bit of momentum and looking to do it at the expense of Zach Payne. And here's a tweet, guys, from, speaking of PJ Moon. He says, Chris Diamond needs to realize exactly who he's going up against going into this tournament. Tonight is nothing more than a precursor to his inevitable fall in the tournament. It only takes one chaos kick to rule them all. And the first round matchup in the Deadly Games tournament will be Chris Diamond taking on PJ Moon after those two have been embroiled in a pretty bitter Twitter war. But here he comes, the CMV veteran, no doubt a future Hall of Famer. Just saw the United States Championship defended earlier tonight. This is the first ever CMV United States Champion, not to mention a plethora of other accolades. Anarchy Champion, Tag Team Champion. Zach Payne returning from a 2-year hiatus a couple of months ago. And this could certainly be a big win. He can knock out the world champion, maybe that one title that's always eluded him. The World Championship. Ooh, it's coming out early this year. Ooh. I'll have to check the calendar and see what pay-per-view we're going to end on in CMV. I don't know if... I was hoping we would end on Requiem again. That's a pretty early release date, though. I'll have to check and see. Might be Anarchy Rules if it's October 5th. Or not Requiem, Retaliation, rather. I'm going to take a random guess. Let it be known right here, right now, that my guess is Ronda Rousey will be the pre-order bonus. That's going to be a call. Yo, what up, Gallantry, my friend? Just in time for our third matchup of the evening here on Fusion number 130, and still 2 title matches to come, but here he is, the king of the cruiserweights and the king of the mountain here in CMV, the undisputed champion, Harvey Hastings, proving week in and week out that a man his size is capable of carrying this company. Earlier tonight, tweeting out saying, you want a psychopath, you'll get a psychopath. And that's exactly what happened last week when he brutally attacked his own brother, his own friend, Nikolai Ivanovich, saying there's no room for weakness under his regime. Yo, what up, Killer Spoon? Welcome, my friend. Harvey Hastings becoming undisputed champion back at Homecoming 3, defeating Chris Diamond to do so only after taking Paul Devine out of the mix when he and the rest of Global Offensive brutally attacked him, breaking multiple ribs, and that's kept Devine out since. There's no doubt that Harvey Hastings is willing to do whatever he has to do in order to keep that championship around his waist. He has got 8 hungry challengers, though, chomping at the bit in the Deadly Games tournament to get a shot at him. But tonight, he has got to stay 100% focused because he's in there with a very dangerous man in Zach Payne. Harvey Hastings, a very well-rounded competitor. So many different ways he can beat you. Mainly is that blitzkrieg of his, a shooting star press off the top rope. But he also has that Anaconda Vice, of which he actually won the title with, forcing Diamond to tap out back in a homecoming 3. But Zach Payne is a submission expert himself. He's tapped out opponents with various submission maneuvers. Mainly that sleeper hold he calls the painkiller. And if he can lock that in on Hastings, it might be as good as over. Nice start there by Zach Payne. The champion really can't afford to keep taking losses heading in to Final Stand, even though he has that huge advantage where he'll be fresh and his challenger certainly will not be. Can never underestimate anybody, and a smart champion knows that. Goes for a back elbow, but Harvey Hastings a little bit too quick for him. Kick to the midsection, though. Thrown overhead with the fireman's carry. Nicely done right there by the world champion. Brings him up to a vertical base Irish whip. Zach Payne rebounds off the ropes right into the clutches of Harvey Hastings. Goes for a drop kick. A little bit too late, though. And now a snap German suplex by Zach Payne, and that is why he is one of the all-time greats. A future Hall of Famer, but look at Harvey Hastings snap right back, too. That is why he's world champion. Drop toe hold counter. Brings Zach Payne right up to his feet. Yep, up next, the CMV Trios titles are on the line as the unbeaten trio of the Kent brothers and Damien challenge the inaugural champions, the BRC. Not to mention later on, in our tertiary main event, the light heavyweight title will be decided. Falls count anywhere when Brandon Rain challenges Percy Simmons. Nice Hurricane Rana. That's going to take down Zach Payne. And a big stiff kick to follow through by Harvey Hastings. NGW is on Thursdays, Gallantry. So it'll be this Thursday. Actually, a pretty huge card this Thursday. We've got Ryan Riley challenging Jay Money for the NGW Championship. Right now, though, up high. Oh, maybe just playing a bit of mind games. Thought he might be going for blitzkrieg. Instead, literally, Hastings has never properly executed that. He always botches it. Vintage Hastings. Short arm shoulder block by Zach Payne. Gets him back into control. Bringing him up to his feet, but a back elbow to the midsection. Hunches Zach Payne over. Runs at him. Taking overhead quickly with a fireman's carry. Now face to face they stand. Zach Payne knows he needs this win. Could take him one step closer to getting a world championship opportunity, and with Ascendant 6 on horizon, it's a bigger deal than it ever is. Wrist clutch, Northern Lights suplex, beautifully done right there. Bateman, I just know that you are the biggest J Money fan. Lifting reverse DDT. Zach Payne up to the second turnbuckle now from Brett's rope. What exactly is he looking to get done here? Nope. Changed his mind as Harvey Hastings begins to stir. Using the ropes to pull himself up. Goes for a jumping cutter. Harvey Hastings shoots it down. The big knife edge shot. Lighting that chest up at the 4th of July. Harvey Hastings not done either. Goes for the headshot. Zach Payne has it expertly, though. Reversed with a clothesline. And now Vintage Payne goes for the knee trembler, of which he learned from former general manager William Regal. What a counter, though, by Harvey Hastings into a hellacious spine buster this match. Now goes for a headshot, this time right on the mark. Zach Payne in trouble now, but Harvey Hastings takes his eyes off the ball, and Zach Payne back to his feet. Harvey Hastings catches him in his grasp. Nice snapmare. Yeah, William Regal is a former general manager way back when, the 2K15 days. He was the second ever general manager here in CMV. Northern Lights suplex with the bridge. Only surprisingly gets a 1 count, but look at that positioning. Perfect for Hastings. Blitzkrieg and Payne moves out of the way. That's exactly what meant the downfall for Harvey Hastings last week against Andrew Briggs inside of the steel cage. And now Zach Payne on the hunt, and Harvey Hastings is in big trouble as Zach Payne looks to lock it in. Brings him down. Body scissors. Painkiller. But Harvey Hastings, knowing his surroundings, immediately gets the rope break. And now Double H has the opportunity to find a way back to this matchup after a couple of stomps. Zach Payne looks for a desperation pin, but only gets a 1 count. Yeah, Shawn Michaels was GM at one point. CMV trivia. Harvey Hastings trying to escape the clutches of Zach Payne, but not going to escape these vicious chops. And that final one, so precise that it busts Harvey Hastings wide open. And that's an injury the champion cannot afford going into final stand. Leg drop to the arm, and that's actually very smart by Zach Payne. If he injures the arm of Harvey Hastings, Hastings will not be able to lock in his Anaconda Vice submission maneuver. Another headshot, though, just as the match was slipping away from Hastings. Pulls out the big guns. Trying to bring Payne up to his feet. Gets the arm of Harvey again, targeting it. Snapping it over the shoulder. Nice clothesline by Harvey, though. Zach Payne. I don't believe Harvey's going to get a rope break this time. The painkiller is in deep, and Harvey Hastings is in all kinds of trouble. The world champion, can he find a way to escape, or will he be forced to submit? No, Zach Payne, not enough left in the tank to keep it held in, I suppose. That's lucky for Harvey Hastings that Zach Payne's stamina is coming into play. Harvey has got to be feeling woozy, though, after being locked in that for so long. Nice Hurricane Rana. Can the champion come back? Lateral press by Payne. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Very close, though. Zach Payne can sense he's closing it on the win, and Harvey Hastings has got to do something quickly to turn the tide of this matchup. The world champion cannot afford this loss. Another Hurricane Rana. Hurricane Rana City, bitch. City. Woo! A lot of voice cracks lately. Am I going through puberty again? I don't know what's going on. I do know that Harvey Hastings is struggling here against Zach Payne, and if you blinked, you might have missed that wicked combination by Payne, who now rebounds off the ropes. Nice elbow drop. Pinpoint accuracy. Looks like he might have hurt his elbow a little bit, though, on the way down. Oh, now the dirty heel tactics. And I don't feel bad at all for Harvey Hastings, as Hastings would do this exact same thing if given the opportunity. Will it be enough, though, to steal the win? Oh, my God! Zach Payne! Using a dirty pin to knock off the world champion! What? Oh, my God! Zach Payne stealing a victory over Harvey. The cheekiness of Zach Payne. Wow. Zach Payne using those angel dirty heel tactics to steal a win over the world champion here tonight. And Harvey Hastings is going to be the furthest thing from happy about that. Wow. Zach Payne proving that he is still on his A game in this match. Puts himself in prime positioning for a future shot at that world title. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. You know, with each passing week, it seems like Harvey Hastings is growing crazier and crazier, more insecure as the days go on. And that loss is just going to add up on top of the mountain of, what's the word I'm looking for? Desperation, if you will. That Hastings, what he's willing to do to win a match. And as we get ready for our next championship matchup of the night, guys, we have a tweet here from Perry Heenan, who says, "Don't let this distract me from the fact that I pinned the so-called chair times. Look where it got me. Stay in your lane, kid." Perry Heenan actually didn't pin Harvey Hastings. He tapped Harvey Hastings out 4 times. That was before he became world champion. Heenan has a pretty good point, and Heenan has a chance to prove himself once and for all in the Deadly Games tournament 2 weeks away, July the 1st. Tonight, of course, he's involved in that 8-man tag team at main event. But first, the CMV Trios titles are going to be on the line as Damian and the Kent brothers RC for the titles. And the world champion Harvey Hastings, after his loss there, tweets back at Perry Heenan saying, "Yeah, I'm on top and you're on the bottom." Expletive delete. Hastings known for his strong language. Remember, still to come, guys, right after this, the CMV Light Heavyweight Championship will be on the line when Brandon Rain challenges Percy Simmons in a Falls Count Anywhere match. We've still got Matt Devious to battle Chase Hell. But this match is certainly going to be an interesting one because Damian and the Kent brothers are 4-0 in trios matches, defeating Bloody Justice and the Anarchists last week to earn this opportunity here tonight. But the BRC, man, even though they've been iffy up and down on weekly shows, they have been gods when it comes to the defense of their titles. Of course, they are the inaugural champions, becoming such back at Regicide when they defeated the Ballers Club. Nobody has been able to take the titles from them since. Something to note that whomever does win this matchup, guys, next week on NGW will defend the titles against the team of Shane Ridley, Mr. Extreme, and TZ Mass. Taking a trip down to developmental to give the rookies the opportunity of a lifetime. Well, that's the winner of this matchup. We actually have to get through it first. And here come the Kent brothers. The most decorated champion in CMV history, Ryan Kent, and his baby brother, a former Fusion Tag Team Champion, Sean Kent. Ryan Kent has held every single title in CMV except for 2. The Trios titles and the United States Championship. Tonight, he looks to cross one of those off of his list on the way to becoming a Hall of Famer. And a tweet now, guys, here from Perry Heenan says, "Touched a nerve? I mean, if I was you, failing to uphold the values of Fusion's most prestigious prize, taking L's week to week, I'd be using that language too." What savagery by Perry Heenan, man. Just rubbing the salt into the wound of Harvey Hastings. Yo, what up, Rifted? Indeed, just in time. It was actually last week right here on Fusion that Ryan Kent called out Quantum, guys, that they're running down, saying there's still a lot I have left to do in my CMV career, a lot of wrongs I have to right, and a lot of things left unsettled, one of which is Quantum. Ryan Kent saying, "I've taken my vengeance on every member of X-Gen except for Quantum," and called out the Future Man for a match at Ascendance. Quantum would respond on the Titantron saying, "I've actually got stuff on that day. I got to prepare for my TV title match this weekend at Implosion, and I've got, dates all set up, man. You can't just be calling me out. I got shit to do." So it seems like Quantum either playing mind games with Ryan Kent or trying to juke him, making him sweat. Yes, here comes the Gargoyle of Destruction. A man who stands 7 foot tall, over 300 pounds, with an impressive record. 30 wins and only 5 losses. And only 7 months here in CMV. And as the challengers are now in the ring, we have a tweet from Harvey Hastings back at Perry Heenan says, "But here's the thing, Heenan, you will never have this title. You will fade into obscurity while I have my road to immortality paved. Have fun dying in your nameless grave." Whew. Shots being thrown. So there we have the unbeaten challengers of the Kent brothers and Damien. The BRC have never faced a challenge like this. Can the inaugural champions get it done? Continue to make history holding the belts, or will we have our second ever champions? BRC is certainly making their challengers wait here, trying to get under their skin a little bit. Chris Sullivan tweeted out earlier this week saying, unbeaten, it matters not. The BRC will retain. BRC doing this vintage or maybe one of them forgot their shirts or something. Please don't tell me it froze. That has not happened yet this game. Please come out. Please just tell me it's taking a really long time to load. Oh, brother. Come on. First time. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This hasn't happened yet this game. We had this problem all last game. All the time it would freeze on entrances. It's never happened yet on this game. Well, here we go. Come on. Gotta be kidding me. Vintage fucking Topher cause, man. Vintage Topher cause. I'm going to give it 1 minute, just in case. But it looks like we're probably going to have to restart the stream. Come on, man. Now we're going to have to deal with this. Now I'm going to have to be worried that it freezes on entrances. 2K games are really bad. Come on. Come on. Really sucks that I can't just quit either. I looked at it, just keep moving. Where are the BRC? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, guys, please stick around. Do not go anywhere. I will be live right back as soon as I can. I'm going to have to restart the game, so that's going to take a minute. I hate 2K with all my heart and soul. BRC, come on. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rip. All right, be back. Don't go anywhere.